What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and we have some brand new data mines slash leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which are very exciting, featuring pretty much everyone's favorite legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo. And of course, guys, you like this type of content, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. So let's begin. There are a lot of Mewtwo events happening in the Pokemon universe right now. We have Pokemon Unite on July 21st, adding the Mewtwo X and Y versions to Unite. We also have a Pokemon Go event coming up with Mewtwo releasing. I'm sure there's some other things as well. But what about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Well, in the latest patch update, there was some information about Mewtwo, and I covered it, but now we have an actual data mine on that information. So Anubis here says Switch version 1.3.2 added a new interesting message. Mew is going to go all out against this formidable opponent. It is used when Mew enters a 7-star Mewtwo raid. Mew gets a 50% HP boost and a 20% stat boost to all 5 other stats. So we can actually watch the video loading here. So this is the general idea how the raid is going to work. It's going to be like a regular 7-star raid. You're going to find it on the map, and you can just load into the raid here, and you can use any Pokemon, but if you use a Mew, you're gonna get all of these stat buffs, which is really cool. The guy in question here is using the Chestnut raid as a placement for the Mewtwo, but you can actually see, yes, it works. The Mewtwo raid is going to work. It's going to be like your standard 7-star raid, but Mew is going to have an additional bonus. And of course, Mewtwo to Unrivaled, it is going to have the Mightiest Mark on it, so you can add it to your Mightiest Mark collection. Now, we can look at the Mew's stats. This is how we can know that stats went up by 20%. The Mew's original stats are 404, 212, 237, 328, 236, and 236, and then they went up to 606, 254, 284, 393, 283, and 283. So this stat boost is not cleared by the boss's ability or stat reset. So it seems like whenever this Mewtwo raid comes out, which may be around July 21st or that week or something like that, Mew may actually be the best counter to use against the Mewtwo because we're getting this crazy stat bonus. But also, Mew is a really awesome Pokemon. It can learn any TM in the game, and there's over 100 TMs, and the Pokemon's amazing. It gets Acid Spray, it gets Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, all the moves, and we don't know what the Terra of the Mewtwo is. I would expect maybe even Terra Psychic, so you could put on some really good dark moves, really good ghost moves on it, and then you can give it the proper Terra on the Mew, and this should be a relatively easy raid, especially if you're raiding with more than one Mew, because Matt found out apparently if you raid with more than one Mew, all the Mews that participate get the stat bonus. So if they don't implement a cap on how many Mew can enter the raid, it'll be a solid choice against Mewtwo. So yeah, for Mew, it's probably going to be the best strategy to beat the 7-star Mewtwo to Unrivaled, which is going to be pretty phenomenal because those stats just don't leave. So like turn 1, everyone can just use Acid Spray, or turn 1, 3 people use Acid Spray, the killer uses like Nasty Plot, and they just set up Nasty Plots. And because Mew gets all the support moves, it's going to be very easy to use like Helping Hand and things like that to further boost your attacker on the team. So this is going to be really cool and probably a really easy event. We don't know if it's going to be shiny locked or not. That was not part of the game code or anything like that. I have a feeling it will be shiny locked because it is going to be a Mightiest Mark Mewtwo, meaning a special Mewtwo, not just like a regular raid Mewtwo. And so far, none of the Mightiest Mark Pokemon have their shiny available from that particular raid. Unfortunately, you cannot breed for a shiny Mew or a shiny Mewtwo. So there's really going to be just no way to get the shiny unless they allow us to do the raid multiple times and then allow us to catch multiple Pokemon within the raid, because normally you can only catch one Mightiest Mark, and then allow us to have the shiny odds just be a thing. But I sort of don't think it's going to happen. I think from what we have seen in the past from Game Freak with these raids, it's just not going to be a thing. So there's another thing. One more thing that Anubis did not notice when I posted about the Mew power-up interaction with the future 7-star Mewtwo raids. The Mew I used versus the Mewtwo had the Mightiest Mark afterwards. So it seems like when you defeat a 7-star Mightiest Mark Pokemon, the Pokemon that defeats the raid boss will get the Mightiest Mark as well, which honestly is really cool. So maybe this will apply to more than just Mew, but this could apply to other Pokemon in general that are going to be future 7-star raids. That is really cool. You can see the Mew here has the Mightiest Mark right here. You're going to sign it. There you go. So Mew the Unrivaled. So it's going to be probably possible to get every Pokemon as the Unrivaled in the future, which I think is going to be really cool. I think a lot of people are going to be big fans of that in general. So this is going to be a pretty awesome update. I'm thinking it's going to be towards the end of the month, like I said, around July 21st or maybe the last week of July. That could be a possibility too. Now, I want to say that is not the only leak rumor update I want to talk about in today's video. Riddler Coup is back. Riddler Coup essentially posted one of the characters in SV holds the key to the story. So one of these characters right here in this screenshot holds the key to the story of the Terra phenomenon and all that. So we don't know who, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trainers in this screenshot. This is the screenshot that Riddler Coup put out here. So who knows what that's actually going to mean. The character is not Lacey, so we know it's not Lacey. So that is one character we can determine it's not going to be. And the new character will have an important role in the next game in the main series Pokemon game. So we don't know what the next main series game is, but good chances the next main series game is going to be a Gen 5 remake, a Black and White 2. I don't know, maybe we'll somehow combine Black and White 2 to be one big package. We don't really know for sure, but Riddler Coup is starting to give up some information. So this is the original tweet from him. He said, one of the grabs, the key of the lore, not Lacey. Big spoiler for the next game after Sadachi. Sadachi is the code name, or Suduchi is the code name for Scarlet and Violet. And he also put out a little poll. What's on your wish list? Place your bets. Let's go Unova, Pokemon Legends Kyurem, Black and White 3, and Paradox Unova. All of these things have to do with Gen 5, so we know Gen 5 is probably going to be the next thing coming because Riddler Coup usually knows its stuff, which I think everyone in the fan base could honestly guess that Gen 5 is probably the next thing to come. I voted for Pokemon Legends Kyurem. Let's hope that happens. That'll be awesome. I just wanted to play another Legends-like game because that was probably the most fun I had with a Pokemon game all of the Switch's lifetime so far. But there we have it, guys. We got some big Mewtwo stuff coming probably later this month, and we got some potential Gen 5 remakes coming around the horizon. I was expecting 2024. Let me know in the comment section below if you're excited for this Mewtwo raid and what kind of Gen 5 game do you want. Do you want Let's Go Unova, Pokemon Legends Kyurem, Black and White 3, or Paradox Unova? Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a great one.